Alright, I'm gonna try doing this. From the beginning.
People were picking tinies, they were picking Magnuses, so that's going to be very cool to see.
Yeah, he did say Lacoste repositioning hero and tiny. Because everything needs to go correctly for them to win this game, and Team Spirit, again, you're sieging a high ground against ET Tiny, so even if you have like 10-15k gold, they can still punch back. So
Stream should be able to hear Colosseum.
Let's find out, can Team Spirit deliver, or will Aurora get there first?
Right. Nice.
Does the lineup look enticing to you?
It's looking sweet, it's looking better. If nothing else, it's looking very much better. Like if you're looking at these heroes that are super contested, it's the Lina, it's the Naga. I'm not sure about the Pango that much anymore. Like back in the day, perhaps not necessarily as much anymore. If I see a Lina, it's a Lina game. Like back in the day when it was an alchemist game, you have to find
An alchemist game.
Shutter down early on. If you don't shut her down early on, guess what? She's just gonna buy what boots?
You've been talking about one boots in particular. It's Arcanes, so I'm gonna go with Arcanes.
Exactly. Good job. She buys arcanes, and then she just spams you together with her position files, whatever that is. You can push the lane. You need to wait for a little while until you get level 6 or some rotation set in. Overall, my personal favorite carry, I feel like Lina and Nature's Prophet evenly share that position 1 for me. Maybe Lina more. The matchup is good versus Morphling later on, of course, is this ultimate god carry, but
Ultimate god
Lina
carry.
can burst you down early on.
You definitely gotta be careful, right?
Yep, early on gotta be careful.
Alright.
Later on, you just get on top of her and she kinda has to figure out a way to keep distance. We'll see. The build, by the way, very standard. Arcanes, Gleipnir. Then after that, you can decide what to go for. But those two are necessary.
Carrie's building Arcanes is really the trend.
Every goddamn game. By the way, we talked about it last game, or last series at least. We do get to experience the sniper position 4.
Oh.
Yeah. You get the sniper rolling down your lane with boots and blood grenade.
Yeah, the scattershot facet is a disgusting amount of damage.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's really good. Like, especially if you can add in another slower stun, so you make sure that damage is dealt. The problem that I kinda see here is, and also the reason why he bought boots in bot lane, is the fact that Elder Titan hits really damn hard and he's really damn fast, so you have to keep your distance. Those shrapnels aren't going to save you.
No, they only last a second, and we've seen Elder Titans all of a sudden level 2, level 3, they're hitting for like 100 something, and well, you're a sniper with 600 life if you're at full health, just about at the moment. So you die very quickly.
Yep, that can be very scary for you, especially if you don't have any disables, and they don't have, I guess they have a little bit of slow from the boars, but besides that, this lane is a bit tricky.
Mid lane, we are seeing this Tiny against this Pango. This is a matchup we've seen a lot before, but
It's kind of, I don't know which one of these two I hate more.
Tiny or Pango?
When it comes to heroes, both heroes that have been in the meta for the longest time. Now they're cool, they're ready to play.
What?
Boschka is getting away.
Also, how do you feel about this 5-position Naga side?
I think it's great. I actually think that's another hero
Oh, I think it's because I'm hearing the delay through my headphones. That's why I thought it was off. I think it was actually probably right. Yeah, I think it was. Okay, yeah, we're good.
Those,
Looks like a pub draft a little bit.
it looks like a review from Jenkins, you know.
Oh, you queued for hard support, but you're picking the, the Naga to carry with, or the sniper to carry with from the 4 position. It could be a little bit of a Jenkins video, that's for sure.
Yeah, all jokes aside, like, this Naga, you know that she farms very damn nicely on a 5 or a 4. And you're always gonna find some Solar Crest, Greaves, whatever, you know, like, you will be useful later on in the game.
So back on it. Boschka sitting here level 3, and he is hitting for 158. That is disgusting. And then he's gonna walk over here, and now the boar is in, but the blood grenade, the shrapnels, but Boschka might have overstepped a little bit. Q still low, ticking down, has 5 health, but they'll bring over the Pango and get first blood.
That's the annoying sniper, I know. You know, like, that's the...
23?
Yeah,
LSA, X goes the other direction. There's a blood grenade and a full bore scatter blast, but it looks like 23 is going to be A-OK. Although Torrid, it lands on the edge. Now they've got the cookie follow-up. 23 trying to LSA, but that's going to miss. And now the blood grenade is slowed down, but the little shredder to get that kill. 23 ends up dead. Laurel's here. Avalanche toss. Ollie's gone. And it's 2 kills for the side of Team Spirit.
perfect rotation from Laurel as well, like to be there on time, taking some runes and also getting a kill. Almost, by the way, almost saved by Oli. He threw that blood grenade and Lina almost got away, but it's such an easy lane to bully, you know, for Punka and Snap.
In trouble. That is Shrapnel really hurting. And Mira's gonna die to 23 Savage, so he'll get some instant revenge.
My problem. Well, let's see, maybe it's 23's problem.
It could be. Torrent lands again. They've got the Tidebringer LSA that hits on to the Elder Titan. Oh gosh! Mapochka just stapled him down. Oh boy. Shrapnel will be enough. They get the kill to Mapochka. They'll look over at Collapse. That's going to be 2 dead there. As, man, that Elder Titan, yeah, he dies, but Mapochka hurts with that extra damage.
Mira steals the rune on the mid lane. Yep, they lose too, but more importantly, they do take down 23 Savage once again. And this is like the perfect way to play against Lina. Look, it's the perfect way to play against any carry. Just keep on killing them, right? It's what you want to do, but Lina is a tempo carry. And taking her down this early on just messes up the place. It's pretty cool. Very nicely done by Team Spirit.
Straight up the pole. And we're done. On the Naga Siren. Torrent
didn't shoot it. I don't know. In case it's the right one, I'll throw a premier ball. I can imagine it is, but...
Kill these first, and then we can see. Yeah, up here. Can I get these?
Your sniper just used all of its shrapnel charge
scramble, getting the ball.
Really small, but the way he positioned himself, hiding, very nicely done. He's farming, Sniper is farming. Sniper is just chilling on the job.
All right. See what we got.
As it goes. Trying to get that shard next. Has drums, has wand. Huge sitting top of the net worth for supports by a solid margin, honestly. As Radon gets a free tier 1.
Yeah. I don't know, I'm not sold. I'm not sold on what I'm seeing from the Sniper, and I'm not sure if it's the laning stage that brought him here. But right now, I don't think he is making a good case for this 4 Sniper, which I have seen, and I know that it can work, but this game is looking rough.
Well, until they really get a blink dagger and have that initiation, it's not looking like they want to take fights.
Yeah, that's true.
Blink, avalanche, toss, and Lornoff, he'll escape that and then go to the song. There's an amplified damage here on a collapse, and the song, well, not hitting on a Maposhka, who might be looking ready to fight. They'll pop the blade mail, they'll go to the primal roar, but still alive. Collapse may be able to fight back. Unfortunately, it's not looking good for Aurora anyway, with Jabs and Ollie dying to Laurel, but the chase is on for the Tiny. They've got themselves the Assassinate. They will get this kill on Laurel with that Assassinate, so it ends up being a 2-for-2 trade. And this Lina will pick pull.
Why does this not work sometimes?
Looks good for a second for Aurora, but then losing both Ollie as well as Jabs just completely deflates the fight for a second.
Yeah, it looked like a really nice setup. Under the tier 2, your Beastmaster is ready. He's got his Blink Aghanim's, Roar was there.
Physical
Then they
speed.
just trade evenly. And it's not really that even because Naga, your support, Naga, she used Sleep. This is, I think, the longest cooldown right now in this game at least. That's a 3-minute cooldown. 180 seconds. I'm just going through spells. I don't think there's anything close.
It's definitely up there.
There's nothing close. There's like 120 seconds on kisses. That's it. Q.
All Seeds of Serenity and the drums. Never in doubt. Never in doubt. Come on.
Yeah, you didn't start.
54, 64 is what I'm looking for.
Doubting him.
No.
So, despite this game feeling like it's been all team spirit, truthfully, and I know it's 9-8, and it's weird to kind of say that, but they have had the control of the map.
No.
They've been the ones initiating. Aurora have come out pretty close in net worth. Now, that being said, it is due in part to the fact that Sniper's got a lot of farm that it's keeping it close net worth numbers-wise, and the fact that Beastmaster's pretty farmed. But I still like where they're at. We saw Aurora earlier with the Windrunner have kind of a similar game on 23 Savage, where his game started slow, but eventually he kind of got there despite them losing that game.
No.
We'll see if they can do that again.
No.
Primal
What?
Roar, Rolling Thunder, Assassinate out on a Maposhka. They'll blink
Huh?
the Avalanche as well as the toss. They go to the Mortimer's Kisses. This could be a problem for the side of Aurora. They'll end up losing Jabs, but the Laguna Blade gets the kill and a collapse. The right clicks onto Laurel. Not going to be enough. The Earth Splitter's going to fly through with the wave forward from Radon. They find the Scatter Blast. That lands on a Q. They'll get themselves a second. They'll look for Ollie, who will throw the net onto Maposhka while Laurel does find 23. They've got the toss, the LSA that lands, but the cookie comes through from Miro. They've got the little shredder. 23 Savage is going to die here. Triple kill for the Snapfire. Mira making moves.
Why didn't he run? He was chilling there on the high ground.
I don't
He
understand
started attacking the
why doesn't this work?
agents, while Tiny is literally chasing your Pango to you. I mean, maybe he was trying to save Lorenov by LSA or something like that, but yeah, in the end it just looked very damn badly for Aurora.
A lot of gold there for Mira on that Snapfire. Puts Mira ahead of the Sniper.
Yeah, and you know, like we talked about the Dream Tiny game, and it's a Dream Tiny game when you see him going for Blink Kanda, because he understands these guys are so squishy on Aurora, like he can literally blow up every single one of these cores. Maybe not Pango if He jumps in. 23.
Oh no. I mean, this is unfair. He's got an Invis rune. You're not expecting this. Avalanche toss into the ghost ship. In the wake of that boat will be the body of 23 Savage.
He's like, they've got vision here. They had no vision there, you know. Just Invis Q mid lane. Poshka is connecting.
Avalanche tree toss. And that is with the phylactery, but Q does have that shard, so he will use the concussive grenade to get some distance.
7268.
Like the reason you pick Naga is
Holy shit.
Zero doesn't have a save besides a song, right? Like you can't save targets besides every 2 minutes or whatever when your cooldowns are gone. But how
Like
you save
520.
them is
Thunder.
Wait.
Yeah, they want to go for this. Looking for the sweep, but that's going to be stopped. Avalanche into the toss. They get the kill to Ollie.
Huh?
Ramaroar is going to be used, but do they have the damage? It's not looking like it, at least initially. Earth Splitter comes through and lands onto 3 of these
Right, I don't
heroes. It'll
think
push them
this was the
back.
one that I
So
was looking
concussive
for,
grenade,
actually.
Mortimer's kisses are out, but nobody else is coming in from the side of Team Spirit.
Laurel was thinking about going back in, but nice concussive grenade, and also one of the boars was hitting him. Anyways, like with Naga, you should be scouting out everything, right? Like with the illusions, that's the way you control the map. Right now, he's kind of far behind. He's the lowest net worth, and he's unable to accomplish that.
So, 4,000 net worth lead. Tier 2 gone. This is starting to look bad for Aurora. Again, net worth not
They scanned him.
split, but
Yeah, they scanned Jabs. He's trying to go for this rush. He's already like he was unlucky with the bashes, and now he's gonna be unlucky with this bomb as well.
Laurel is everywhere. Jabs the TP. No, all right. He tried.
Oh,
Close. Well, close.
50% HP on rushes. You don't get the Pango, but you're gonna get the free Aegis.
Yeah, thanks for doing most of the work.
Pretty much. It was a nice attempt by Beastmaster because there was just so much chaos happening on your side of the map. He tried sneaking in, going for that Roshan, but spirits are.
Sleep. Toss. And an Aegis.
Okay. It's like right.
He's like,
Yeah, I think where I was on that lip there is probably where I want to be.
Concussive grenade, just trying to not be involved in anything that was coming behind that tank clear, if anything. They buy smoke. If they use this right now to fight, this almost feels like a very desperate move, but it will be a solo smoke from Jazz. See what he does.
I don't think he can get the sword off. I feel like this is more something to do really hard. Last side, let's go. Okay, never mind. He's bringing Q. He didn't use the smoke. Someone else used it. He couldn't give it to Sniper. Or whatever that was. I'm not sure. Sniper went back. He's gonna run into Morphling.
Maybe he can catch him full edge, but he's already shifting. Does he have the damage? The adaptive strike, the scatter blast. Jabs will try to TP out the Mortimer's kisses, and he went on a mission, but he does return home. But Laurel has eyes on the prize. Avalanche toss, 23 Savage. Oh gosh. Just dead immediately.
363 was Arena. Not the best game ever. And you know what? What's also a problem? Like he went for an early BKB. He didn't go Gleipnir first. He just got instant Maelstrom BKB just so he could survive through these scenarios. But he's still unable to actually use it in a meaningful way. Just one of those games, you know, it happens. Like your lane goes poorly, then they catch you, then the enemy mid laner has an invis rune. It's just like everything that can go poorly for him.
it's really tough here for Aurora. They're gonna take the enemy Tormentor. That'll be Shard for Collapse. So he now has access to that tidal wave. I look at this Aurora lineup and where these heroes are in net worth, and 23 Savage doesn't exactly have a passage to really get a comeback to start unless they somehow turtle and
UKB.
salvage his game.
Oh, he
Maybe was used.
for now.
Song X pull back into the Torrent. Ollie trying to lock up some heroes, but they do not have the rest of the team. They will neck Laurel, but what else is there?
He like started drilling him in and no.
Do you want the tiny Colosseum?
Yeah. That fish is too big.
Now with no BKB, I don't know how 23 Savage is going to get the damage out. The LSA, this might work. All right, they go to the Roar. They're trying to get the kill on Radon, but he's going to pop that into the waveform out of there. And now they'll look over at Laurel. They'll get the kill to the Tiny. He's going to be dead for the first time, but he has the Sages. Tidal Wave pulling in Warren off. They've got the Pango in a bad way, but he'll shield crash. Avalanche lands. Mortimer's kisses with the toss. Laurel's got a kill. They'll look over at Q. He's on the low ground. That's a sweep that lands from Aposhka. And they will waveform kill off this sniper. 2 heroes dead without buyback. And Aurora looking for answers.
Well, Lar looking for beast.
Oh boy. Yeah, that's a dead jabs. That's gonna be 3 gone. No buyback. X on Ali. Naga's gonna be filleted and killed. If he's not too careful, but gets up the steps, not gonna matter. Laurel with another toss dunk. Tidal wave out of the base. Full team wipe here for Team Spirit as they finish off game number 1 over Aurora.
Tough day for Aurora. Like the first series and the second one, the second one starting in a really difficult way for them to come back into game 2. They have had some very difficult moments in the past year, like some standout moments, but this one I think you just have to forget and go fresh into the next game. Like I think their draft was on position 4 and 5. They cooked a little bit too hard. I think that they can go back to something stock standard, but their cores I still think are really damn strong together. Like your Lina and Beastmaster. However, you have to secure the lane for Lina. I think that hero is a lane dominator and she was just pressured too hard. Then you fall off, you have a Lina with the BKB Maelstrom being solo killed by the enemy mid laner 24/7.
Yeah, it's a really tough game for them. It feels like that they never really had the answers coming out of the laning stage. I mean, their disappointment was immeasurable, and their day right now, not completely ruined. There still is one more game for them, but they are potentially looking at an 0-4 day, which could be tough for them. But to break it down more, we've got the panel. Take it away.
Thank you very much, because a lot to break down with this first game of the series. It was not a good one for Aurora. Effie, what went wrong?
Their Luna just did not have a game. Team Spirit did such a good job of shutting down that Luna, where they constantly brought the pressure to our lane. They killed her over and over, they ran her down, they brought their mid laner, Yator himself came through the gate and also just got that tower and kicked her out early. And the trade-off for that was that Beastmaster was free farming, but they couldn't really use Beastmaster's axe timing to compensate for Luna not having a game.
Yeah, Beastmaster was on top of the net worth for a long time, Nicole.
He was, yeah, that's what Beastmaster does the best, pretty much, especially if you have a hero who can stack, like Sniper. They did, I would say, do relatively well in the laning stage, but again, it's all about buying all these auras, and that's what I want to see from Kunkka. Blade Mail into one big team fighty item, whether Crimson or Pipe this time around, it was a Pipe, and I really like the way that they paired up with these Kunkka plus Snapfire with the X-Mark boat combo as well, and then later on you had Miposhka with Laurel playing together with the Spirit, and also Tiny's combo deleting heroes pretty much instantly, and we didn't even see the full potential of this lineup in this game, because, you know, the aura, I believe, was not maxed out in the end, and also just the way they team fight. They go in, they parse the BKB, they get the cookie, they reset multiple times, they pop a pipe. Very difficult game for Aurora, as we expected after seeing the draft.
Just like missing the kind of draft that you want to see from Spirit, like in a grand finals. Like this is like such a strong looking draft. Like the layering is beautiful. Like where Kunkka might be a little bit more passive and lane like Tidebringer and chill. Now you got the Snapfire to overwhelm there. Then you have the Tiny who can go to a Snapfire lane, you get killed. You can move to an ET, utilize the Spirit, and you can pretty much use solo kill. But again, you're using ET Aura, so it's kind of like 2-man kill. But still, it's like the entire draft is built around playing the map, finding kills, making moves. And for Aurora, it's just too structured. Like you look at these heroes and it's like Beastmaster will farm against Axe. When he gets Axe, he goes to Tower. Pangolier will move behind him. And like everything's so obvious with Aurora's lineup. While Spirit, it's like it's just fluid movement. Like you go around, you get kills, you can kill them, you can also AFK farm if you want to. Like it's not as scripted as Aurora's lineup. And again, it's just another regimented lineup, another sniper game where they're forcing into.
Here we go.
I mean, I'm gonna happily say it. Teams follow and copy too much, and they're not the ones that eventually win out tournaments, because they're just copying. So I think that teams that pick sniper without much reason are the ones that are gonna falter quite quickly, because they are showing that they, rather than being inventors, they clearly got beat in a scrimmage by this hero, and now they're falling victim to not kind of inventing themselves or creating themselves, and it's kind of what I see from Aurora, at least in this game 1.
But they used it as a flex pick.
No, not good.
Same goes for Naga in this one. I don't think this was a flex pick at all. You're not going to be playing Naga Siren as a carry. It needs to, like, all the stars needs to align, and especially if you first phase it, then you pair it up with Lina. I think there are better heroes out there. You don't necessarily need to flex this. This is something that they play well. From 23 plays really well, but after all, it is Naga Siren after all. This is not the hero that's going to like solo win you the game. We've been past that time, and I feel like picking something strong. This is not the trade that you get. Like there was a Kunkka on the other side, which makes them pretty tanky, pretty difficult to kill, especially with the fight with the vote combo. Most of their damage was magical early on, so you're kind of shutting down the whole lineup. I want to see something other from what I've seen. Aurora, they've been stuck in this mentality where they're trying to copy what other teams are doing.
Why didn't I hear that? What's happening here? Why am I not hearing this?
That was my point. Like, why not pick, for example, Marcy? Why not pick Tusk if you're already planning ahead to potentially get Lina? So you have some lifesteal, you have some bodyguard, you have a snowball save, you're going to have a better lane. After all, this Naga Siren, I feel like they kind of tunnel vision on the hero. I'm not saying this is a bad hero by any means. This might be the hero that works, like if you check the win rate's probably pretty
Okay, now I hear it. Oh!
It's very hard for him to leave mid, because like if he leaves mid, Tiny's going to continue farming. So it's really hard for us to still be this game.
Oh, god damn it.
So he TPs into the fight. He can't be like TPing into like already dead heroes.
I can't stop screwing this up.
Multiple games in a row now he's making moves in already lost lanes. It's like it's not a recipe for success.
Do we think that this game in particular, and especially after a series loss earlier today, that they might have gone into this first game against Spirit knowing exactly what heroes they wanted and basically reconstructed that backwards? And it's like, okay, if we want this draft this is the hero we go first, and they kind of lock themselves into wanting this Lina, wanting this Naga Siren, wanting at least the first 4, and then keep the last
I can see a world where the tunnel vision will listen so far to the and then in doing so, kind of forget that teams have the bigger playbook, like against the spirits, the extremes, the liquids, in day 1, but you forget like they've had months of success beforehand. Like unlike other teams, like you know the heroics, the auroras, the talons, all these teams, they're the ones who need to like kind of step up to everyone else. Like they might lean on momentum more than other teams. So I think that's kind of what we're seeing at least so far. They want momentum is holding something back because they're able to like have not the confidence, but they are stepping up and going, this is how we're going to play it. Like they're just kind of falling in line with everyone.
Let's focus our attention a little bit more on Team Spirit, because I think we can, at this point, almost write a book on what we didn't like about what happened with Aurora today so far. Team Spirit played very clean. I was especially happy with the role Lau was able to fulfill, because I felt like he's a fish in the water with this Tiny just finding that Lina and basically making 23's life very sad.
His life was so sad. Lau played great. I loved watching the duo of ET plus Tiny roaming around together. He throws out the Spirit, it gives him the aura, gives him that extra burst. With the Shadow Blade, he was able to hunt Lina in the jungle. I mean, not the Blink, sorry. He was able to hunt her in the jungle and never make her feel safe. At no point in that game did it feel like Lina could sub out comfortably. And when you go back to talking about the support picks that Lina had, neither of these supports are good at throwing themselves, defending her, saving her, or like pushing out lanes to a point where Lina is comfortable enough. So Laurel did a great job, but also Mira and Collapse. Straight from the lane, Lina was giga pressured.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a lot more Snapfire the way that Mira was playing in Lacoste.
Oh, for sure. I think this hero is still super strong. Some of the things have changed. You're not gonna go, for the ricochet facet. Instead, you're gonna blast people from far away. You're still gonna be buying these team fighty items, whatever is necessary. Glimmer Cape, Drum, Solar Crest. Level 15 is not as good. You only have one little better that has been nerfed, so it's not as good anymore. But the hero is nice. Also, once you pick up the shard, you have a little bit of a heal on top of the save, on top of repositioning your allies, and the hero, like when paired up with certain heroes, let's say you have Puck in the team, so Coil plus Snapfire Kisses is always going to be good. In this one, they had a cheap one with the X mark, so basically they're not committing to anything, knowing that there is no save inside of Aurora, which means that it's a guaranteed kill once they initiate.
Did anything not go according to plan for Team Spirit this game, T? Like, they're going into game number 2 in a second. And
Okay, it's actually
he
working.
died.
Yeah.
One extra
Silly
kill.
lad, he tried killing a sniper,
Oh,
he then went to the
no.
river and died and gave the kill. But no, realistically, this game was, it was nearly, everything was right. Like the moves they made, the pressure they applied, the way in which they bought, they double counter, utilizing.
He died twice? Oh no.
No, realistically,
This is supposed to be a male with Intimidate. Yeah. And it's a female. So we expect this to be wrong.
Inside their heads, like, yeah, we're gonna go for these heroes.
expect this to be off by like 40 or 50.
But they also had a beast monster that was fun.
So that would be like combined with, or well, area dust is 57. Hopefully it'll be something like that, but no.
People were just like throwing their bodies in there
Alright,
and not
see what I
tracking it.
got.
But now everybody's played Sand King. Every core player has this hero in their arsenal now.
Let's see which role it will be played at today. Still some flex there possible. We have an opening of the Monkey King for Aurora. Also still flex possible there, but generally seen more as the carry lately.
Yeah, so this is a response to Sand King, because it's a flex that can chase your enemy flex. Because if the Sand King is played mid, you can send your Monkey King mid. If he's played on the off lane, you can send your Monkey King as a safe lane to counter it. And that's the concept here.
I don't think Monkey,
640?
Monkey is a flex between 1 and 2, I would say, as a position for this
Holy
hero.
shit.
It's kind of dead, especially after they nerfed him every single time you take the damage from whatever source now. It's still going to go on cooldown, your ability, so you're not going to be able to jump the trees and stuff. So most likely 1 or 2, and also builds into Gleipnir, which also reveals, you know, these invis units, and also just the best item in the game, period.
Banning out the Kunkka on the side of Team Spirit. They're just continuing banning out potential offlaner. So there's a Tinker ban out, so they remove a support as well. Of course, Wind Ranger was in the mix there as a core. Aurora gets 1 ban before they are allowed to pick. There's not a lot of supports left in the pool at the moment.
There's Sniper.
Again, luckily for these teams, the format does allow them to play another best of 3 before they are sent to the low rank.
Yeah.
There's lifelines.
It was Intimidate, yeah.
Other than Sniper, we got Batrider removed still as well, so still potentially having that Lina on the radar. I do have to mention the Snapfire that we saw in the previous game and the Elder Titan.
192
There's a lot
early.
of spec bans in terms of supports on the side of Aurora, but the 2 that Spirit played previous games
That's crazy.
were not part of it.
Yeah, and that's where I think Snapfire is going to look pretty good for Spirit with Sand King in lane. As soon as you get that blink, you play
192.
one hero behind you to go for that.
Holy
smoke.
shit.
If you can do that with as few heroes as possible, Sand King feels even better. Because you're going to have the damage of Epi plus Barrow, and then throwing a Snapfire at that type of hero is going to feel good. And on top of that, Sand King after blink, you you can go for a pipe before you go Bloodstone. Like, you can be very greedy to go full Bloodstone, but I think in this game now, already seeing it a little bit, it's like if you get Blink Pipe, you'll be able to mitigate the kind of early to mid-game sniper damage, plus that next. So I think Sanking already is looking relatively good here. As long as the core hero gives purpose to...
It's either Snapfire or Rubik. I like Rubik as well because you can reposition the monkey, you can steal some of the good spells, Fate Bolt, Shrapnel, plus the Fate Bolt as well, reducing some of the monkey's damage. It feels really good. I was wondering where this hero was, because we haven't seen it on our stream yet. The hero has been slightly nerfed, but overall still a very strong hero.
Versus Monkey King as well, because you got your attack speed slow from Dual Breath. Like, this hero does have a lot of tools to play against it early on. Of course, later on, Monkey King will farm a BKB, but before then, the hero is one of his biggest pulls.
I mean, that's still a lot.
Thought I'd actually now use the platform of TI to also say how much I dislike Valve in the fact that they nerfed Macropie many years ago with the not killing trees. So, true.
Okay, let's try this, I guess.
If you want to patch that back in, lads, so love you very much, love the game, but the fact Macropie doesn't kill trees, big sad thanks.
Yeah, but at the moment he's picked against Monkey King anyway. You want to make him stronger? Does he need to be buffed?
I just like the fact that I can kill a lot of trees with one spell, and to this day I've not forgiven Valve for it.
Would you trade that and then not have only have the damage on the Dual Breath and not the extra effects?
Sure, trade it for anything.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was really satisfying.
Okay.
It was very satisfying.
Yeah,
I'll give you that.
You know what's satisfying? Hitting arrows, and that's something that Mira is very good at.
He is, and now you see that this...
Although maybe it's actually Verdun playing it. Sorry, continue.
It very much could be, but it's also just a very strong combo between Mira and Collapse on the offlane. We saw how much they could do with an offlane with kill threat. In theory, they should be able to replicate the same thing here if it was more
They're not really going to see quite a lot of Mirage being played in the same lane. All these characters that build mana boost range areas, and then they get light there. Nice to play. Insane damage. I want to see if this is going to be, you know, some carry Mirana. I also want to see something that scales well with the damage. I don't see that like huge attack speed. Still, you're getting the attack speed from Solar Flare, but I want to see something that utilizes the better. Saying definitely not that hero. They're just gonna like get more complicated.
Wow, you guys all stayed quiet when the 23 Morphling comes out? Because that's generally, this is one of his signature heroes.
It is.
I was very surprised about that. Where's the excitement?
No, it's very exciting. If they want the confidence of when they get back of their carry signature hero would be really good for them, especially going into the day 2 tomorrow. I was just thinking
What's going?
there's no thought about the Morphling. I was more so thinking about the Monkey King. I was like, okay, so you're most likely putting this Monkey King mid, and I was wondering how punishable it is, because things like Viper are open to sneaking. Your Monkey King can get beat up mid, but I mean, Morphling versus Sand King is an excellent aim for Morphling. He out-CS's him, he can replicate into him, take his stun, you can fight off of his stun, and yeah, it's just pretty solid. You can also replicate Mirana, have leaps, have arrows, have starfalls, very useful.
Can Morphling also be mid? Like, could they swap that depending on how the Sand King goes?
I think
They could.
Go on, take it away.
It's a bit too much for me. They have some flex on their heroes. Like, sure, you can still play Monkey King position 4 in the lane against your hero. Are you gonna have a good time? No. Are you gonna lose that lane? Yes.
Oh.
So there's still a potential for it, but I don't think they want to do this kind of stuff.
No, I think the way that this draft looks right now is like Tree Morphling is your safe lane, Sniper is your 4 or mid, and Monkey is your 4 or mid. As much as I think, based on Aurora and Lorna, I think probably Sniper mid, Monkey King 4. But my only concern now with this lineup is you have good lane for Morphling to get to like the Dragon Loves that kind of transition to the second item. But where is that damage early on from your lineup? Like Tree likes to set people up, but Morph needs to farm. Sniper does well in lane, but then can fall off if his team's not ready to fight. And Monkey King we saw again earlier today, you need a couple items to feel good, or your team to bring more. And I think there's a lot of heroes in Aurora where they wish they had more damage on other heroes, and there's still yet to be that big damage hero. It's like a lot of post-lane absence of them wanting to make moves. And then you compare that to Spirits, like Sanking gets a blink, Invoking maybe goes for Quad Wax and plays on Tornado EMP, Jakiro with levels, Mirana could probably join just with Maelstrom, but I think there's a little bit of disparity in post lane making moves. Aurora doesn't really make any, unless their last pick does it for them.
Yeah, and I'd honestly prefer if they ran their Monkey King 4 and then they just tried to punish this Invoker on lane, because if you're running it as a core versus Invoker, he's so susceptible to just like getting tornadoed into a Mirana or Jakiro TP into instant death. Like, I think at this point, just try to punish the Invoker that you see and run your Sniper versus Invoker, because that's a good matchup for him. But I want to say that, I mean, yeah, QW Invoker gonna be great here. You're gonna have the EMP versus Morphling and have the rotations. But a few levels in Exart would go a long way. You have so much stun setup on side lanes that you could potentially just get early Sunstrike kills.
It depends on the matchup. The way he plays Invoker, sometimes he gets like 1 point in Exort and then goes Colosseum X, or he gets like 1 point later on just so that you have, you know, some extra presence on the side lanes, which I really do approve. I know it's not the most popular build on Invoker anymore, the Spirit Vessel, but it could be great against Treant, against Morphling, against Monkey. You still go for the bitch blade nowadays, but if he wants to switch back to that, it's still gonna feel really good.
Slightly spooky option for Spirit here is like, if you put Moran for support, like an Ursa or a Slark carry, that can just keep playing into their opponent, keep finding the backlines, keep just hunting. Like there's no, like for team fight wise for Aurora, you've got Overgrowth, Dispellable, a stun, like adaptive stun from Morphling, and Boundless from Monkey King. It's like not a lot of stun. So any carry that can completely obliterate that lack of control could be really good for them. Of course, Morana can just go carry here and they get a good 4th position, but I think there's a lot of, you know, niche carries that are available for Spirit if they wanted to go that route.
They banned out the Lycan and the Mag, by the way, against Aurora, so that could also tell us something, but they don't have any more time left. They'll have to pick.
This is
and they'll
a
go for
male
Woodwind,
with
so it is a
Runaway.
mid on Mirana. He did great
Alright.
with it earlier today on the carry role against Beast Coast, so we'll see if he can do the same thing again this game round.
Yeah, also fine with it. Like we've already said how much damage these heroes have, then they still pick up the 4th position, they go for a Hoodwink with Acorn Shot, with Sand King. Like that lane should be relatively stable, and when, you know, Hoodwink wants to make moves in the map like
Good
this,
point,
is a
dude.
Hoodwink that will probably leave Sand King when Morph gets levels to go twin gate top and like create tri-lanes. Like Jakiro plus Mirana, you get kills, then you smoke the Jakiro Hoodwink to mid. Like there's a lot of map movement that will naturally occur when Sand King hits his like farming pattern 6 minutes into the game.
I like the stacking damage. This is something that people are theory crafting in this current meta, how to increase damage on your carries. So you have Solar Flare, somebody's gonna buy Drum, somebody's gonna buy a Solar Crest, and you will also have Alacrity on top of that. Hoodwink's Q, it's gonna hurt. Like, you get all those things on a support like Hoodwink, who gets 1 item, some Maelstrom, some, you know, Gleipnir later on, it's gonna feel really nice.
There is so much control on Team Spirit's team that it's going to be really scary for Morphling if his lane starts to get pressured and they start to collapse on it really early, because they have so many tools to kill any target that they see that BKB is essential in this game. And now we see that Lornoff is playing this Monkey King mid. He's going to have to get an early BKB too, or he won't be very useful. And the issue with your mid laner needing an early BKB is that he needs time to farm it up, and in that time, a team with all of these stuns could take over so much of the map.
I'm trying to think of Aura. Every hero in a fight is going to look to another hero to do the damage. You throw an arena, but where's the damage? You throw an overgrowth, where's the damage? And that's why I think Spirit should be able to take over this game. And if Aurora are to win this, it will be some like the epic comeback of we finally found our items, we finally found our opportunity. But this should be Spirit controlling a lot of this game.
Yeah, another difficult game for Aurora, I would say. Sure, you have Mars with the Bloodsport facet, but then again, look at the spells that they can throw in blindly. Some Macro Fire, some Ice Bat, Sanking blinking in with the Epi, and then you have Invoker throwing in his spells, Bushwhack. There's a lot of stuff that they can like randomly throw in. Maybe they have an Observer Ward, Mirana's Arrow to show the vision just for a millisecond so that you can get the blink stun on the target. I'm really not worried about this Mars pick.
Not worried about the Mars pick.
No.
You think it's gonna deliver?
I want to be surprised after this.
Oh, you're not worried if you're Spirit.
Yeah, that's what...
Spirit is not worried.
Yeah, Spirit's not
You are
worried
worried
at all. I'm
for
really
Aurora.
worried for Aurora.
I like it. Yeah, that makes a little bit more sense in the vein of what my panel is saying. Aurora's gonna have another uphill battle. Let's see what they can do this time around with Beacop and Lizard.
Thank you very much. Coming into this game, it is make or break here for Aurora, and they might have their day 1 and 0-4 if they're not too careful here. Blizzard, how are you feeling about this draft compared to what we've seen from them in the past?
I feel like the draft is, in comparison comparison to the last one, much better. I feel like it's at least playable. Like the two supports that you have complement each other a little bit better. Like you have Treant that might secure Morphling nicer. Like you can help your safe lane. You can also rotate earlier on, and it combos nicely with Q Sniper. I think that also Sniper plus Mars can do more together earlier, and your offlane isn't as greedy. So there's a lot of things that are, in my opinion, a little bit better for them, and it allows them to at least play the game faster. On top of that, you are playing into an Invoker mid, and if you manage to somehow shut him down, like he might not have as much impact later on. Of course, this Invoker is going to be most likely all about supporting Mirana. This is a Mirana carry, but in any case, if you manage to shut him down, Laurel might be the weak link on Team Spirit.
Yeah, we'll have to see if that ends up being the case, as Laurel has been a pretty dominant mid laner, but this time around, maybe worried for something a little bit different and maybe a more advantageous mid lane for the side of Aurora.
I'm just having some copium, you know, for Aurora. They're 0-3, so hoping that it can't get any worse, so hoping that they can take at least one W in the first day, as it's been really damn rough for them. They continue to believe in this sniper support, though. I just want to see if he's going to go for the same build, or maybe something changes this time around. So far, I haven't been impressed.
Yeah, the sniper hasn't exactly felt good in any of the matchups we've totally seen the support role.
2023.
See if they can change that a little bit.
He took so much damage before this lane, even
They pause.
Yeah.
Just a pause for now.
Just a short, little, small pause. Everyone
Everybody
is
coming back.
There we go.
Everybody's back. No harm, no foul. Nobody out of position. Clap's trying to get some laughter out there, and that's fine. 0 plus 0. I guess is 0? If I had to guess? You asked me if you could walk back. A lot of all chatting happened. I'm always a big fan of all chatting, especially when it's in good fun.
Q is super out of position, so I understand why he's asking this.
Hey, can I just walk back? And yeah, they're gonna let him walk back. Well, alright, you know, maybe Movo's gonna not be so nice once he gets back. So, he's able to get back, nobody dies, nobody gives up first blood, and a little bit of a quick disconnect as we are back on it. Nothing of value was lost by any team. Savage back up to full health. We're taking a look at what's top, and I think the rabbit mount for the Mirana. Pretty sure that is a
Okay. Intimidate me.
It's expensive for you because it's expensive for some.
It's also very rare.
It looks interesting. I'm not sure.
It is. There.
Beautiful cosmetic on your screen is only gotten want that. That's all I got.
Speaking of Mirana, this hero is really strong player at the moment. She's got 5 slays. So level 2, level 3. That's where Jakiro also can shine. You get your like with Frost, that's so much damage. I love presenting this passive for Frost.
Big crit ending. Come on. It's an easy catch.
Frost
standard on almost any ranged carry at the moment.
And that'll keep Jakiro with a lot of mana as well. That means more dual breaths, more aggression from this Team Spirit lineup up top. Interested to see who's going to be rotating off of mid first.
What?
Because right now, Laurel is a little bit behind the Monkey King.
Yeah, he's not too far, right? Like if you were in Walker, you kind of expect that at the moment, but you don't expect to be dominating. Like I would say 9 out of 10 lanes.
Level 5, Monkey King's coming through towards bottom, and Collapse, he's holding onto the Burrow Strike, lands it, but it's not likely that he survives here, as there's the balance strike from Lorinov to get the kill on the Collapse, and it is also first blood.
Yeah, nice rotation. The lane was pushed in, so Invoker, of course he knew that Monkey was missing, but where exactly he left, he couldn't see. The lane was pushed in, so Invoker, of course he knew that Monkey was missing, but where exactly he left, he couldn't see.
This time, as he's currently getting hit by the tower. So that might be a little bit rough there for Laurel. We'll see if he is allowed to go back. If Lorinov allows him to walk back, this way,
Right.
all check. That's my biggest question.
I don't think he dies. Even if Monkey goes on him, even if Monkey goes on him, Laurel 99% is not dying, and Jab's trolling him as well. I mean, I'd love to see that. Actually, I'd love to see that, but
Just TP mid, I feed mid, get it MK, report mid. I love this. A little bit of banter goes a long way.
don't kill Invoker. He new to this game. Yeah.
MK party with Invoker.
This is some.
Win trading. I was expecting that. That was the next one I was waiting for.
Of course.
Oh gosh.
That's how I look playing that long. By the way, I just run into towers and die.
Yeah, I'm not amazing at that game, but I feel like I'm not amazing at games in general.
I played the green Pango version. Anyways, not gonna talk about that game. Instead, Dota, Laurel.
Alright, yeah. Okay, you know what? He's doing some damage. I didn't think
Can't
that
find
he was
it
actually
anywhere.
gonna hit Laurel after that.
I mean, what do you allow him to do? Go back and attack you at the same time? Like,
Yeah.
okay, maybe he could have allowed him to go away completely, but yeah, whatever.
What?
That's fair. I get you. Maposhka coming over. Or maybe they could tornado dual breath. Maposhka picking up the amplify damage.
Why did he take it away from Invoker?
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of weird.
He can dish out some serious damage going back top lane, but I'm sure Invoker will
not.
be here with it.
Now, what wins? Lorinov at level 6 or Maposhka amplified damage at level 3, but they don't end up fighting, and actually seeing that Maposhka is away, Lorinov went towards top, but still not fighting anything.
Yeah, Jakiro just a little bit too tanky, so if you jump him with Monkey, chances are you won't kill him fast enough, and you just need +1 with the DD Jakiro to kill the Monkey. Top lane, we're done. both TP'd in as well, so let's see if they can maybe make a move on jabs here. Scan connects, and because of that, I guess Laurel just has to ghost walk away, perhaps go back mid. I'm not sure. We'll see what he decides to do right now. But this is the problem that I see.
Where am I?
Just make these rotations. They don't connect.
I don't know.
Okay, he's going to a sniper. Arrow connects. Easy kill, and now jabs. You can't really help. No arena.
Alright, maybe I just do it again with like no offset, see what happens, I guess. I should just do that a few times.
I think he should be missing or not. He's got that mastery, but can't really chase the second for now. Q is here in his squad. Yeah, he stuck around for way too long. Mira will not be able to help him.
Jabs.
With another one. And stacks as well. Like this start is way better than game number 1 for Aurora, or any of the games today, I would say. Labs is trying to TP into safest stacks, but they're already gone.
Stacks gone. 2K lead for Aurora. This side looking way better.
Much better for them. Unfortunately, let's get another ancient stack at least for Collapse. He's got that level 3 sandstorm. Is it easy for him to farm it? Not really, but yeah, it's fine. Maybe a little bit later he can go and farm out this pushed in wave.
Well, 2K net worth lead. What can they do with it? Can Aurora secure themselves their first game? Stacks gone, like you said. Net worth lead being gained by Aurora. And 23, despite the fact that we saw that beginning of that lane where 23 all of a sudden had like 50, 75 health to start, he's top of the net worth. He's had a great game so far.
Yep. He's having a like this is what I see 90% of the time though. Like every time I see Morphling in games, he's on top. He's free farming. Like you try to kill him a couple of times. Maybe if you have some nuking hero, you fail, and then he free farms. As a position 4, you feel kind of useless, and you just start rotating across the map.
What are the answers for Spirit at the moment? They're just waiting on farm. They're waiting on their items, right? But is there anything more that you'd like to see them do?
I don't think they're too sad with how the game is going. It's all on Laurel and his rotations. Like this hero is basically made to rotate at this point. His connection.
So what he's gonna do?
Yeah.
They've got the Tornado EMP. Out of mana is Lorinov. Starstorm lands. Dual breaths there. They get the kill on Lorinov. And that's exactly what they needed. It was just a rotation into a kill.
Yeah, and it's such a good kill as well because it prevents them from making an aggressive move on the tier 1 tower top. Plus the arena is used. Very nicely done. Completely different situation, I would still say. A much better position to be in, but kill mid lane. Mira missed.
Unfortunate. And now they're going to have Lorinov come back into the mid lane. He's going to look as Jabs is dead up top to Radon for Mira. The shrapnels are placed. The sharpshooter is going to be thrown in death.
I love how he tried, like, some other Woodwing would try to jump off the cliff with the ulti, right? Like, he would use that sharpshooter bounce back to jump off the cliff. Instead, what he went for is 4Q sniper. He tried to get that kill before he died.
There may be no chance to think about that, though, with Simeon's stride on Lorinov, right? Like, as long as he's got health, he's going to chase you down no matter what.
That's true as well. It was unlikely that he survives that.
situation, it would have been cool if he got it. But Q surviving, knowing full well he's fine, and it is giving more and more over to the Monkey King, right? MK.
In shortly. Yeah, I don't know. Is the Nexus actually just carapacing the world and gets perfectly, and that's what's upsetting Miero in that top lane?
I mean, at least I think what happened on this death.
Overall, I think he's okay with his network at the moment.
Definitely okay with it, but how much of a problem will be? You see Radon getting a lot of farm. His Maelstrom is flying out, so he'll have that. And then you do have Collapse at a decent net worth himself, going into the pipe, 1,800 gold into it.
Interesting, by the way, he's going for the pipe. So basically, when the draft completed, I was looking at both sides and I was thinking, damn, this is the first 2 drafts where no one is buying Gorons. You know, like you look at these heroes and, like, okay, supports, but there isn't a core that buys them really quickly or wants to buy them really quickly. But it looks like Collapse will be a little bit unconventional on the Sand King. Like I've seen a lot of Blink first, I've seen a lot of Bloodstone first items, but he's going for straight pipe and then Crimson, so full on going for that Aura Carrier build.
Taking a look at, on our screen, the Hill Troll Berserkers and the Cobalt Foreman.
They're lined up very nicely.
That's my Foreman.
I like the chain. I like the chain right there.
Sandy.
I'm a big fan of the goblet that he sips out of with the rubies on it.
He's got such a good goblet, but his tent is like 2 sticks and a hide.
And you spend
Look at that.
money when you spend money on the drip and not the housing.
Dude, that's literally every Bosnian. Like you don't have an apartment, but you're driving like some BMW from 2024. You know, like where to live. You have no food. But you're right. It's cool.
Well, not for much longer. Down goes the Cobalt.
But it's intimidating me, yeah. Yeah, okay, so it might be what I want. Probably not.
You don't necessarily want to be charging it. That's why he's going for this build. Like he's buying Crimson because
heroes are dead on the side of Team Spirit.
Look, the moment Sand King dies, if you weren't there fighting with him, I don't think you should take any engagements. They died so easily and Radan got collapsed on in an instant. I think he wasn't as trigger happy with BKB as he probably should have been in that last fight, and because of that he doesn't fall. Also, they're losing ages off of that. Roshan easily taken by Morphine.
And this is Aegis 423. And he is top of the net worth.
Yeah, he's having a good game, like a good target to morph into as well, right? Like getting into a skin of Sand King, having that Impale Man stance to follow him around. Plus Aegis, like they're ready. I feel like Aurora, they were really lacking damage earlier on, but they have these 5 heroes that really benefit from it. It's not only the levels that were needed, like they needed a lot of items, and now they got them. Like Morphling, he's got the dataless. Like, you want the damage, that's damage, right?
Yeah. And the thing too is he wanted to go for the BKB and he thought about it, but the fact that he's getting this Aegis means he can forego it. And there's the blink into the arena. They've got the spear. Mira's dead.
Collapse.
We're off. Getting that kill with Balance Strike and Collapse. This tier 2 tower pretty forward. They don't have the arena anymore, but they could just blink spear and 23 Savage with the Daedalus could get a kill. However, they won't make that chase.
Because of this build that Collapse went for, right? Like he doesn't have a blink, so initiating on the side of Team Spirit is extremely difficult. Like you need to somehow use this Ghost Walk, scout the heroes out, maybe set up with Tornado, and then use the Burrow Strike afterwards. You don't have this instant oomph, like, okay, I jump this target and it's blown up in a second. They just don't have that.
Definitely feeling the lack of damage from a mid laner for the side of Spirit. Like, we're not getting the most out of Invoker at the moment.
Yeah, you think? Like the Midas Dragonlance not working. The thing is, like, I feel like this could work in some different game in which your carry can actually go in and be that Chaos frontliner. My issue with this is the Mirana and the Invoker. They kind of cover the way this Invoker is built and the way it's played. It kind of covers the same role. So, of course, it's Team Spirit. Like they can make anything work. It's just that it will be a bit more difficult.
Get the kill there onto Mira again. Warnoff on a killing spree. He's going into the Gleipnir. And they are even thinking about high ground.
I think they can. There's no hoodwink. They can just set up behind 23 Savage. They have the arena. If anyone goes in, even Collapse.
Burrow Strike from the Morph. Turn into the Sand King. Burrow Strike turning it around. Now Ice Path is there on the ground. They're trying to get the kill to 23 Savage. And they'll take him out behind the tier 3. They will activate that Solar Flare. They've gone to the arena. They have the control. They'll have the damage to get the kill to Collapse. And now they're going to look over at Jabs. Wukong's command is going to be committed. 23 Savage on the back lines. They've glyphed up this wave as well as the tier 3, so they're not going to lose the tower, but they'll end up getting the kill onto the Mars. Warren off, Mischief, Tornado landing. They've got the Shrapnel down for a second. They start to walk away, and without this Sand King, the chase from Spirit's going to be limited.
No matter how far ahead you are, high ground Dota needs to be respected, right? Like this is the best position for Team Spirit to fight in. And 23 Savage, I feel like it was unnecessary the way he played. Going so far out, so deep, even just allowing Mira to resurrect and have a proper 5v5. Like he forced Mars's hand. Like Mars needed to jump in and pop that arena.
Yeah, otherwise he was probably dead a second time.
Yeah. So 1-for-1 in this situation, I think, isn't something that they'll be too happy with, but they do see Larl once again on top lane.
Who's who's going for the BKB. So Hurricane Pike, BKB, Octarine. All that's nice, but you're up against a Morphling who is top of the net worth by quite a bit. This is a really tough game for Spirit to just shut down the Morphling from his advantage.
You could see that they are able to take him down, right? Like if he's out of position, like there's a lot of damage coming from that solar flare. It's still like one of these spells that catches me off guard, just how much damage Mirana deals. If you're a position 1, of course, and not only Mirana, but her allies too.